Live from KSAT 12, the News at Noon starts right now.
Hurricane Beryl might be a Category 2 storm at this hour, but it's still packing a punch. Just take a look at this right here. This is Beryl slamming into the Mexico coast just hours ago. Check out that wind. It reached speeds of up to 100 miles an hour, but we're expecting the storm to weaken as we wait to see how it may impact Texas, Dylan.
Yeah, Tiffany, the hurricane will continue to weaken. That's because Beryl is now cut off from the warm waters of the Caribbean Sea. Those waters fueled its impressive strength this week. Let's get over to meteorologist Justin Horn, who is tracking the latest for us this noon. Justin?
Thank you, Dylan. And as we go with live here, we're actually looking at Cancun right now. This was what it looked like. This is actually a live shot of Cancun. You can see the waves really starting to crash there on the shore. Now it's kind of passed by Cancun. They're still seeing some strong winds and obviously some rain there. Kind of a glancing blow, moved just south of the resort city there, but certainly did some damage here along the Mexican coast in the Yucatan. Let's get you the latest on Beryl. It is a Category 1 storm now. It has been downgraded, and that happened just recently because, again, it is tracking over land, and that almost always weakens storms. It is going to reemerge, though, into the Gulf of Mexico here later this afternoon. Right now, winds are at 85 miles per hour, so that is down quite a bit from where it was even yesterday. You look at the satellite picture, not as impressive as it once was, but with the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico out ahead of it and some shear that's going to lighten up a little bit, we do think there could be some re-strengthening going on. That's going to be down the line as we get into the weekend. Something we're watching, the path has changed a little bit too. We're going to discuss all of that coming up here in just a few minutes. 88 right now in San Antonio, 92 New Braunfels, 89 Converse, 84 in Bernie. We've got a southerly wind and a pretty good area of cloud cover that was hanging around the area this morning. Starting to break up some, so the sun is out, but still some thicker clouds up around Kerrville and then out west towards Eagle Pass and Cotulla. That'll keep temperatures down a little bit there. Our forecast today still takes us up to about 99, so it's still going to be a hot one. 93 at 1 o'clock, 99 at 4 p.m. That feels like temperature 103. But some relief potentially as early as tomorrow in the form of some showers and storms, and then of course we'll be watching what's going on with Beryl. A complete update on her track and what rainfall may look like. That's coming up in just a couple minutes. Tiffany?
Thank you, Justin. And the weather team will have an appcast after the news at noon, sharing live updates about Beryl. And also happening this afternoon, Acting Governor Dan Patrick will speak to the media about ongoing preparations here in Texas as Beryl continues on its path. And we'll have more from the press conference tonight on the news at 5.
And as Beryl moves towards our coast, the Salvation Army is already preparing for any situation. Brad Mahar with the Salvation Army says San Antonio is going to play a role in this readiness plan.
The Salvation Army of Texas is sending an incident command team down to just be in San Antonio. They're going to station in San Antonio so that way they can monitor the situation and be a little closer to any potentially impacted areas in Texas.
We will continue to track Beryl today and, of course, all weekend on GMSA.
New details this noon in a shooting investigation. Police now tell us someone shot the victim during a robbery. San Antonio police say 2 people, a man and a woman, met up with a third person to sell something. That's when the suspect pulled out a gun and robbed the victims. The suspect shot the man multiple times before running away. The woman took the man to the 400 block of North Mittman Street. That's not far from St. Philip's College. The woman then called for help. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. So far, police have not found the suspect.
A shakeup this week in the city of Marion, northeast of San Antonio. The mayor and the city secretary both resigned, and it's only the tip of the iceberg. Zaria Oates spoke with the former mayor and the next person in line for the job.
These letters outline 2 very significant resignations in the city of Marion. One is from the city's now former mayor, Daniel H. Loyola. It begins with, quote, sitting here with a beer in hand, end quote, and ends with his resignation effective July 1, 2024. The other is from the city's former secretary, Suzanne Gonzalez. She says her resignation stems from Mayor Pro Tem Abigail Mayberry's, quote, intimidation by emails, bullying in emails, unsubstantiated accusations and unethical behavior. But she only refers to her by title rather than by name. Gonzalez resigned July 2nd, but I spoke to her on the phone, and she said she wasn't available to speak with KSAT prior to this story airing. However, over the phone, former Mayor Loyola had this to say.
A lot of undermining by a city council member. For the better of the citizens, it's probably his best because obviously she thinks she could do better, so I'm out.
And who is it that thinks they can do better?
That's Abigail Mayberry.
It's a pretty big cycle of he said, she said.
Our records in Marion are not, they're lacking, tremendously lacking. We are way far behind on minutes being posted. We are lacking at least 2 years, if not more, of videos being uploaded.
And according to the state statute, the mayor pro tem should perform the mayor's duties if the mayor is unwilling. But Mayberry says she won't refer to herself as the mayor until issues in the city are addressed.
Yesterday, when we called the bank with city staff in order to remove Mr. Loyola and Mrs. Gonzalez from the bank accounts and to change all of the online access because they're no longer with the city, we were told by the bank that in December, on December 27th of 2023, the city secretary and the mayor came in together and removed me from the bank account.
According to emails KSAT obtained through Mayberry from Marion State Bank, Loyola and Gonzalez are the only two people listed on the city accounts.
I don't know who was on the account before. So anything before November 20th, I don't know.
Meaning the only two people with access to city funds are two people who no longer work for the city of Marion.
There's nobody in the town to sign a check.
Zari.
As of right now, Mayor Pro Tem Abigail Mayberry says she's working with the city attorney to add her name to the bank accounts so bills can be paid and city issues can be handled. However, she says there is a laundry list of issues that haven't been addressed in years and that she's reached out to multiple state officials for assistance.
Happening tonight, President Biden will meet with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos for his first interview since debate night last week. Their conversation will now air during prime time tonight. You can watch the ABC News exclusive interview at 7 p.m. right here on KSAT 12.
Coming up, we're getting to know another one of the Spurs rookies. That's ahead in sports.
A busy West Side Road is set to see some much-needed improvements, and the changes could address safety issues on Kibra Road.
Kibra Road is a large artery in San Antonio, and it's terribly unsafe. 16 fatalities in the last several years and 600 very serious injuries. So that's a lot of San Antonians, and we're trying to protect all our city.
That's District 6 City Council member Melissa Cabello-Haverda talking about Kibra Road and how dangerous it can be there.
But improvements are coming. The city will receive help from the U.S. government to improve a stretch of Kibra Road. Now, an $8 million federal grant will help increase safety. Haverda says some of the potential changes include adding dedicated bike lanes and improving sidewalks. Are possibilities and plans.
John Paul Baraja spoke to a cyclist in the area. She says changes like the ones Cabello-Haverda mentioned would change her daily life.
Flashing lights, just like school zones, utilize these things to make us safe, People are getting hit literally every day.
You had to cross this street.
Yes.
I was worried for you.
Yes.
Is that something you do on a regular basis?
I do, yes, and I do use the protected light and the signal. Unfortunately, the time on this light right here, you have about 10 seconds to make it from one spot to another.
The money will come from the Rebuilding American Infrastructure with Sustainability and Equity Grant Program, or RAISE.
The funds will be used to improve Kibra Road from Loop 410 to General McMullen Drive.
Taking a look outside on this Friday afternoon, pretty clear skies as we get ready to see Beryl at some point in the next few days. It's actually a pretty cool morning, Justin. Some good clouds out there.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The morning cloud cover certainly helped. But those clouds have all but gone away now, and we're seeing those temperatures warm up. So we're going right back to where we were last couple days. But here's the good news. We finally get a little bit of relief over the weekend. And yes, by early next week, because of the tropics, we'll get even more relief. The aquifer is down nearly half a foot, so some rain would be a really good thing. It's at 627.7 today. And in your pollen count, just low council mold at 210. We're going to update Beryl, where it's headed, and what it means rainfall-wise for us coming up.
Welcome back. As we continue following Hurricane Beryl, we've been talking to different organizations across Texas, including the American Red Cross. They just sent us a message not too long ago. They said that they're ready to respond with disaster teams and relief supplies deploying all over this holiday weekend for those potential impact areas. We're going to have more information about that, and they're also looking for volunteers.
And Justin Horn joins us now with weather. And Justin, this storm is going to make some weather changes for the San Antonio area as well.
It will. And I think there's still some questions when it comes to how much rain we're going to get here, because the track is moving just a little bit to the east. And when it does that, there's going to be a really significant rain gradient in the sense that some places may not get much at all, others may get quite a bit. And it's really going to come down to, honestly, miles. Not that many miles, depending on where this thing goes. So let's first start with a look outside. 88 degrees here in San Antonio, 92 in New Braunfels. Converse is sitting at 90 at this hour. Obviously feels warmer than that because you got the humidity to factor in, and it's currently 81 in Kerrville. A little cooler because clouds held on there a little bit longer this morning. Let me show you the futurecast. Before we get into all the tropical stuff, we have a chance for rain tomorrow. This is noontime tomorrow. We'll have a weak frontal boundary coming in from the north. Should kick off some showers and storms. Now, I think the best opportunity for rain is going to be north of Highway 90, north of Interstate 10 in the Hill Country. But even here in San Antonio, we'll have a shot at a few showers and storms as this outflow boundary or front tries to shift south. This is around 4 o'clock. Does show some of that activity there, and then I think by the evening hours you'll see most of this start to dissipate, and so will the front. Then we'll turn our attention to the south and what's going on with Hurricane Beryl and where it's going to move and how it's going to affect our forecast. So the latest on Beryl, Category 1 hurricane. It has weakened significantly, encountering some shear, and obviously it's over land. That tends to kind of shred these storms apart, and that's what's happening with Beryl right now. Pretty soon, though, it will be back out in the Gulf of Mexico and to very warm waters. That's why we think there will be some strengthening down the line once it gets back out there. These are the spaghetti plots, and these are computer models. And one thing that we really noticed this morning, the storm system itself kind of shifted north a little bit, but so have the forecast paths that these computer models are putting out. So notice it has this kind of arc. What we think will happen is that it will take more of a northerly turn. If that happens, it may be out over the water a little bit longer than anticipated. That would allow it to strengthen some. And with as warm as the waters are, I think this could strengthen to maybe a Category 2 storm or maybe even a Category 3. It's definitely worth watching. Right now, the Hurricane Center still has it as a Cat 1 down the line. All things to consider. With this kind of track, too, it's going to create a rainfall gradient, as I said earlier, where folks off to the west may not get much. Folks off to the east of this path could get quite a bit. We remember that kind of happened with Hurricane Harvey, where some places in our viewing area got a lot of rain, some places did not. With Beryl, we think by Saturday morning it'll have winds of 65 miles per hour, tropical storm, and there's the intensification by Sunday morning. Category 1, as I said, Hurricane Center thinks, but this could be a high-end hurricane, a Category 1 hurricane, if it does stay out over the open water. As it moves north, that's when we could start to feel the effects here in San Antonio, late Monday into early Tuesday. But I'd say even during the day on Monday, we're going to see some rainy conditions in the area. And then by Wednesday, this is starting to move out. As far as rainfall totals go, your lowest totals are going to be west of I-35, highest totals east of I-35. And this is where we could see some of the higher rainfall totals. San Antonio will be right on that dividing line. So it's going to be a close call. And again, it all depends exactly where Beryl tracks. But we do have higher rain chances Monday and Tuesday, 50% both days. And again, I'm kind of zeroing in on the day during the day on Monday where we could get some of the effects from Beryl. So the extended forecast, 30% chance Saturday, 96, 95 Sunday. And then as we get into Monday and Tuesday, we'll keep rain chances elevated, and it could be a little bit windy. The other thing we have to think about here is that you can get some spin-ups with these storm systems on occasion. So we're going to be watching that very closely as well. No hail, no severe weather in the sense that no big thunderstorms or anything like that, but some gusty winds, some heavy rain in spots, and it will bring temperatures down as well. We're thinking upper 80s both Monday and Tuesday.
Thank you, Justin. The San Antonio Missions coming off a win against the Hooks. Can they repeat their performance? A look at the team's upcoming schedule still ahead.
Harrison Ingram went one-on-one with our Nick Mantis, how his first week in the NBA is going so far. Welcome back. We talked about the calm, even-keeled demeanor of Spurs rookie Stephon Castle. Now second rounder Harrison Ingram, on the other hand, wears his emotions on his sleeve. The 6'7" forward, born and raised in Dallas, went one-on-one with our Nick Mantis to see how his first week in the NBA is going.
Hey guys, I'm here with Harrison Ingram, one of the newest San Antonio Spurs, who you in a viral video the other day got to say that you shook Tim Duncan's hand and you're not washing your hand for over a year.
So that's Tim Duncan, man. He's dapped me up. I'm not washing my hand for like a year.
First off, what was that moment like, and have you washed your hands since then?
I've washed my hand. I was playing around. That moment was crazy. First of all, to just be in the NBA is in itself is crazy. To be on the Spurs organization is even another step, and then to meet Tim Duncan, the legend of the Spurs, and just down to earth. Just walking around here. I didn't even know I was gonna meet him. They didn't say anything. I was just walking around, just ate lunch, had my hat on. Family was in the background. We just got in here, and all of a sudden I see, I'm like, is that Tim Duncan? Look at Steph Castle. I'm like, you see him? He's like, bro. I'm like, that's crazy. Shook his hand, talked to him a little bit. Down to earth guy. He seemed a little quiet, but that's Tim Duncan. So I didn't really have much to say. I was trying to listen to him and just get some feedback.
Kind of took my second question there, but how have you gotten acclimated to not just being here in San Antonio? It's a little bit different when it comes to the heat, a little bit, especially this time of the year, just being here and getting to feel your new life as an NBA player.
Right, I'm from Dallas, so I'm used to the heat, used to all the stuff that San Antonio comes with. But for me, it's weird to be here and be an NBA player, and I feel like you get treated a little bit different. You get the access to this facility. You get to say you're an NBA player. You can say you're on the Spurs. You can work out whenever you want. You can shoot whenever you want. You got trainers with you, guys guarding you every day. So for me, I'm just trying to take it all in and really act like I don't know anything. I'm asking guys questions, trying to get advice, trying to see what they do to get to the level that they're at.
When it comes to these next couple of weeks, you get an opportunity to really showcase your talents in this summer league. What are you most looking forward to with that opportunity, knowing you want to try to earn yourself a spot on that, for that roster and not spending time in Austin?
Winning. I feel like that's the most important thing is winning and showing how I can impact winning without scoring the ball. If you go to the main team, there's Victor, there's Devin Vassell, there's Steph, there's Jeremy. There's so many different guys who are good guys, but really Victor and Devin, they're getting the ball. It's not my job to dribble and break teams down. It's my job to make their job easier. Whether it's opening threes, rebounding, screening for them, it's knowing how to play the game. I feel like those are things that the coaches will see in the film that aren't on the stat sheet. It's not all about your PPG or your RPG or your APG. It's not all about the averages or stuff that doesn't show up on the box sheet. That's just as important as that.
You finding your role this entire time.
100%.
Awesome. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Nick. The San Antonio Missions return to the Wolf for the back half of their 6-game series with the Corpus Christi Hooks. San Antonio's offense poured it on early. Let's check out the final. The Missions get a 2-hit shutout, 8-0. All runs coming in the first 3 innings. San Antonio now leads the 6-game series 4-0. The Missions back at it again tonight, taking on the Hooks at 7:05. The two teams face off again tomorrow night at the same time at Wolf Stadium.
I have a feeling everyone that's coming here from the Spurs, all the new players, they're all having a great time.
They are. It's a great franchise with a wonderful reputation, and you hear that year after year. Guys come in and they're just happy to have been drafted by a team like San Antonio.
Who doesn't love San Antonio?
Right.
There's much more coming up. Hurricane Beryl is already dumping rain on communities in Mexico. This comes as Texans wait and see how the storm could affect us. We've got the latest in the next half hour. Welcome back. Strong winds, dangerous storm surge, and damaging waves all hitting Mexico's coast at once. The storm made landfall near Cancun. ABC's Morgan Norwood with a look at the damage the storm left behind and what communities are dealing with.
After leaving a trail of destruction across Jamaica, Hurricane Beryl strengthening overnight and making landfall northeast of Tulum in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Resort towns drenched with heavy rains and fierce winds, some sustained winds up to 110 miles per hour. After landfall and interaction with land, those winds weakening. Coastal communities evacuated ahead of Beryl's arrival. Businesses and homes boarded up. The hurricane already blamed for at least 9 deaths in the Caribbean, damaging or destroying 95% of homes on 2 islands in St. Vincent and Grenadines. Beryl was downgraded to a Category 2 after slamming the Cayman Islands with a powerful storm surge. Jamaica now assessing the damage. Overnight, the airport in Montego Bay reopening, yet travelers left stranded because there were no employees at the ticket counter. ABC's Faith Abube explains.
Frustrated passengers waiting for days. The Minister of Tourism tells me that all 3 international airports on this island should be fully operational this morning.
In the States, Texas now bracing for a direct hit from Beryl. Sandbags handed out in Corpus Christi, residents taking no chances.
That was ABC's Morgan Norwood reporting. And of course, Texans are keeping a close eye on Beryl's track.
And with that being said, we take a live look at Corpus Christi. No sign of a hurricane yet, but as you mentioned in that story, a lot of people there are anticipating the storm coming ashore and doing their best to make preparations.
Right, and we've seen also they've been giving out sandbags out there.
Yeah, it's smart, I think. And it's that stretch from Brownsville now up to Corpus Christi, which is kind of the change that we've been talking about. That's an area that I think folks want to pay very close attention to, and Corpus Christi as well, with this potential storm. And we'll certainly be keeping you updated. I know a lot of people here in San Antonio have interest down in Corpus Christi and Port A and those kind of things. Before we talk about all the hurricane stuff, let me show you the heat index that we have going on here in San Antonio. It's hot. You factor in that humidity, feels like it's 97 here in San Antonio, 102 Canyon Lake, 100 Gonzales, 101 in Pleasanton. So this heat is here to stay, at least for the rest of today. And then finally, maybe by tomorrow afternoon, we're going to get a break with some chances of rain. By the way, we hit 100 yesterday, so we now have 11 days this year in which we are 100 or above. And you compare that to last year at this point, we had 13. So we're not far behind that mark. And last year we had 75 days of 100 or above. Please, 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 let's not have that happen this year. I think with the tropical moisture next week, it should keep us below 100. And I think even today, because we had some of those morning clouds, we'll stay just below that mark. 99 is what we're shooting for. Keep in mind, though, that heat index will be 100 plus. As promised, we should get an update from the Hurricane Center here soon on Beryl. We're going to get that to you here in just a couple minutes. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. The U.S. Department of Labor says 206,000 new jobs were added in June. That's down from 215,000 the month before. While the economy has cooled somewhat, the labor market remained strong. The largest chunk of jobs added in June were in local government, followed by the healthcare industry. The unemployment rate inched up from 4% to 4.1%, the highest it's been since last November.
And taking a look at the election, President Biden will be spending July hitting the campaign trail hard. Biden's team announced aggressive travel schedule, which will include more stops across the country, but with more casual events for the president. The change comes as Biden tries to recover from last week's debate and to increase his campaign's public messaging. The announcement comes as the Biden campaign tries to stabilize after last week's poor debate performance. Now, the president is set for a one-on-one interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos tonight, his first interview since last week's debate. You can catch the interview tonight at 7 p.m. right here on KSAT 12. The U.S. government has opened a criminal investigation into a doping case involving Chinese swimmers ahead of the Paris Olympics. The case involves 23 Chinese swimmers who failed doping tests before the 2021 Tokyo Olympics but still competed in the games. Some even won medals. China's anti-doping agency said the athletes tested positive for an extremely low concentration of a banned performance-enhancing substance at a national competition. The World Anti-Doping Agency investigated and found no evidence of wrongdoing. 11 of those swimmers are set to compete in the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Thousands of kids are in need of a temporary home, and fosters are in need of support. KSAT 12 producer Haley Powers breaks down the numbers and what aging out of the system means for teens.
Foster care can be a scary and confusing time for many children. They are taken away from their families and placed in homes with random people. This has become a reality for many children in Beryl County and the surrounding counties.
In San Antonio and the counties that touch it, there's over 3,000 kids in foster care every year.
Jennifer Smith, the founder and executive director of South Texas Alliance for Orphans, breaks down that number. She says 3,318 children are in foster care right now. About 1,100 are with other family members. Another 1,100 are waiting for adoption. Over 600 are in other placements, and 200 are in residential treatment. And just a little over 100 are in emergency shelters.
When you look at the stats, you're like, this is our city. These are our kids. Like, how can we be letting this happen? How can we be okay with this?
The solution is getting these kids into a home as soon as possible, but that isn't a simple task. Smith says the state has regulation requirements for people wanting to become foster parents. Those include 40 hours of classes, FBI fingerprinting, CPR and first aid training, home studies, and fire and health inspections. Smith says it's important for people to realize going through this process is rigorous, but vital to saving a child from a rough situation.
When you're going into this, you're going into this to give your family to a child. This is not a space where you're getting a kid for your family.
Giving your family to a child isn't always an option for some people, but there are other ways you can help. You can become a verified babysitter or child advocate who follows the child's case through the courts. You can also become a tutor, and you can look into donating money or needed goods to churches.
Not everyone needs to take a kid into their home, but we need everybody doing something. And that's really the heart of the Alliance is know what's going on, be upset about it enough to get out of your comfort zone and go do something.
Smith says if you decide to foster, don't give up on that kid. Nationally, about 50% of families quit in the first year. Just remember there are support groups like South Texas Alliance for Orphans, and you could be changing a kid's life. Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
Another alarming statistic involving kids in foster care. Once they turn 11 years old, they have under a 20% chance of finding a home before aging out at 18. And once a child ages out, they tend to have bad life outcomes. For example, 76% of sex trafficking victims spent time in foster care. Same for 45% of the homeless population, and 40% of kids who age out of foster care will end up in jail before the age of 19.
Another busy weekend in sunny San Antonio with 4th of July festivities continuing. We're helping you plan out your weekend after the break.
Summer's here. That means it's a good time for a cold, refreshing drink. And I want to introduce you to Texas social media influencer Emily Hill with Texas Grocery Finds. Emily, you have a huge following on Instagram, and I know that there's a handful of people here at KSAT that also know you. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, you are always on the hunt for what's new, what's hot. Tell us about the yummy drinks that you found that we need to try.
Yeah, I mean, we're all looking for something to cool down in this heat, right? I am loving H-E-B has a new mango limeade. You can find this in produce, and it's near the cranberry lemonade and the cherry limeade that you may have seen before. It's really great. Could make a good mixer as well, if that's your thing. I also really like Waterloo. They have a new, Waterloo's an Austin, Texas brand, so local, and they have a new mocktail line. They have a rosé, they have a pina colada and a mojito. I love the rosé. It's a sparkling water. I think it actually tastes like rosé wine, which is pretty crazy.
All right, what about those folks that are looking for a little more fun, that are of age? What are the drinks that you found?
Yeah, so Central Market has something I'm really into. They have added some new cold press mixer options. There's a couple Texas brands and one called Simple Sips, and these are fresh juice. So it's a little bit of a splurge because they're a little more expensive as they're cold pressed. But if you're like, I want a nice cocktail and I want it to be easy and something I can make at home, I think this is the way to go. You can add your fresh juice and just like you shake it up with a little alcohol, and it's beautiful. I'm loving these. So that's a cool option.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Emily, for your time and for helping us try something new. We're definitely going to have all of these options to look out for this summer.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Thanks, Patty. It might be July 5th, but the celebrations will continue today.
Tonight, there's a party on the Tower Plaza. This is a free live music series at the base of the Tower of the Americas. Now, the event takes place from 7 to 11 p.m. every first Friday of the month from June through October. Read more right here.
And First Friday is taking place today. People can stroll the streets of Southtown for First Friday, a monthly art event that includes vendors and live music. The Blue Star Arts Complex is the anchor.
Stars and Stripes salute. This event is happening right now at Alamo Plaza. There will also be live music from 4 to 9:30 p.m. and a drone show at 9:30 p.m. That sounds cool.
Yeah, those are cool. Patriotic picnic in the park. Milam, Legacy, and Travis Parks in downtown San Antonio will host food trucks, live music, performance groups, and more activities from noon until 6. Click here for more information. Movies by Moonlight from 7:30 to 10 p.m. at Legacy Park. There will be a showing of Armageddon, plus food and drinks available for purchase.
An outdoor film, the Outdoor Film Family Film Festival series featuring the animated film Elemental takes place at 7 p.m. at the Mission Marquee Plaza. There will also be food trucks. Entry is free. To get more information, always on KSAT.com.
And you can find more information on these events. Now you can click here. So much more. Click the QR code or go to KSAT.com. Just go to the Things to Do section of our website.
And a look outside Port Aransas. Right now it's filled with a lot of visitors from all over the state and beyond.
Yeah, things are nice right now. I don't think you're going to find any problems here. It gets a little dicey, though, this weekend. That's when things are going to, waves are going to start to pick up. The surf's going to start to pick up. And I would say Port A needs to watch Beryl very closely, because as the path kind of changes a little bit, they could potentially see some direct effects. 88 degrees so far today. 79 was the low. The averages are 94 and 74. The records are 104 and 65. Thankfully, we will not be there, but it will be hot again this afternoon with some slightly cooler numbers this weekend. Another look at that forecast is coming up.
Welcome back. 4 beachgoers were attacked by the same shark yesterday on South Padre Island. This is aerial video from Texas DPS showing that shark. You can see it there swimming through the water. All 4 people were likely attacked by that same shark. That's according to the Texas game warden.
South Padre Island police say this all started around 11 yesterday morning. Police officers and fire crews treated the victims. We now know that one man had a severe bite to the leg. At least one other person was bitten, one was grazed, and another was injured while trying to fend off the shark. As for the shark, the game warden captain says it escaped back into open water. Right now, there are no plans to try and catch it. And now officials said if you encounter large schools of bait near the shore, it could indicate a predator is nearby. You should remain calm and exit the water to wait for the animal to pass.
Cameron County Judge Eddie Trevino Jr. said the county would be working with the city of South Padre Island and state and federal agencies to patrol the beaches.
And that's one of the areas that we're keeping a close eye on, South Padre Island, Justin.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been asking, does the tropical storm or the hurricane have anything to do with this? And I don't know that it does. I'm not a marine biologist, just going to put that out there. But I would say it probably has more to do with the warm water. Sometimes the oxygen levels cause the sharks to come a little bit closer to shore, but we don't know for sure. Interesting nonetheless, and kind of scary, obviously. South Padre is one of those spots that not only is being affected by the shark yesterday, but potentially some tropical weather coming up next couple days. Let's first, though, start with some pictures from last night. Boy, you guys did a great job capturing all those fireworks that were going off across the city of San Antonio. Lots of beautiful displays. This one was at La Cantera. Helen sent this in on our KSAT Connect. We appreciate it. You did, again, a great job sending in photos. We got many more if you want to check them out on KSAT.com. Here's a look at the big picture. We've got some showers and storms that have taken shape up across parts of North Texas. Here's a frontal boundary, or a weak outflow boundary up here across North Texas. That's going to sink south today. And by tomorrow, it'll be in our neighborhoods. You see, we've got some showers and storms from San Angelo roughly up to about Abilene. And by tomorrow, that little boundary will be down around San Antonio, and that may be just enough to kick off some showers and storms by tomorrow afternoon. I'd say the odds are fairly low. We're talking 20 to 30%. But for those in the hill country, I think you have the best chance of seeing some downpours. And there could be some heavy rain involved, at least in spots. Let's fast forward to 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, showing some showers and storms off to our north and west. And then by the afternoon, some more shower activity may start to blossom in the hill country. As we said, that's 2 p.m. And then by 4 o'clock, maybe getting a little bit closer to San Antonio with a few quick passing downpours. And then by the evening hours, I think a lot of this goes away with the loss of daytime heating. That's all because of the outflow boundary. What happens next is going to be because of tropical moisture. We'll get to that in just a second. 88 in San Antonio, 92 in New Braunfels right now, 91 Converse, 86 in Bernie, and 83 currently in Kerrville with mostly sunny skies. You got to factor in that humidity too. It already feels like 99 here in town. A lot of places already starting to see heat indices close in on 100. Okay, let's talk about Beryl and where she is right now. It's moving west-northwest at about 15 miles per hour. This is a pretty ragged-looking storm, but you would expect that. This is the 1 p.m. update, by the way, so this is just coming in. Winds are at 70 miles per hour. It's a tropical storm now. It has been downgraded because of those winds, not hurricane strength. It's going to weaken probably a little bit more before it gets out over the open Gulf. When it does, the waters are warm. We may start to see this re-strengthen a little bit. And it probably stays a tropical storm through tomorrow morning before we start to see some of that strengthening. But by Sunday morning, Hurricane Center thinks this could be a Category 1 hurricane, and it will be nearing the South Texas coast. I would say that between Corpus Christi and Brownsville, that's an area we've got to watch really closely because that track has shifted a little bit further east. That's an area where I think landfall is a possibility. If it stays out over the open water for a little bit longer, we can see this get even stronger, and then it will turn north. And this track is going to be so very important when it comes to who gets rain and who doesn't. Right now, San Antonio, as I said earlier, is right on that dividing line. And so folks to the east will get quite a bit of rain. Folks to the west may not get that much. That's how it goes with these tropical systems. And as we look at the rainfall forecast, I'm not going to put numbers on there yet because there's going to be a huge variance from west to east. But I think your highest totals, and we could be talking 4 to 5 inches in some cases, will be east of San Antonio. The lower numbers will be to the west. And I think there's even some spots that may not see anything at all. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but that's just kind of the reality of these tropical systems. Typically the east side of them tends to be where you get all the rain and heavy rain. And not only that, we have to mention that there could be some spin-ups with some of these storms. That typically happens with these tropical systems. That's something else we'll be watching for. And gusty winds too. Obviously, it'll be quite a bit weaker once it moves towards San Antonio, but we still could see some decent gusts. So 30 miles per hour, 30% chance of rain on Saturday, 20% chance Sunday. And then as we get into Monday and Tuesday, we bring the rain chances up because of that tropical moisture, and that will bring temperatures down. 88 Monday, 88 on Tuesday, and look for a return to the 90s on Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Did you know hippos can fly? Well, not really, but a new study shows that these massive mammals do go airborne from time to time. Researchers looked at videos of 32 hippos and found that at high speeds, all 4 of a hippo's feet will leave the ground, kind of like how your dog or cat runs.
A few inches on that vertical. So you may ask, how could we not know that about hippos? Well, since they spend most of their time in water, tend to be aggressive, and are most active at night, studying them is not easy. They generally only move fast when they are chasing a rival hippo or a predator is chasing them. I wonder what a predator is for a hippo. Alligators, maybe?
Yeah, I know that there's hippos in the zoo. So, I mean, it's interesting that they're getting to study all of this too there.
We've reached the point where we're studying the vertical height, the vertical leap of the hippo.
Justin's over there just smiling.
Learning so much.
Yeah. Well, we've been following Hurricane Beryl all this weekend. We're going to continue to do that during this weekend.
Yeah, our meteorologists are getting set for a live app stream after the newscast finishes up in just a few minutes. You can scan that QR code on your screen to tune in to that appcast. Are we going to be live on the air as well?
Be live on the air as well.
Okay, will we be live on the air for the next 60 minutes?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yep.
Thank you, Justin. 30 minutes. Appcast, live stream, as well as over the air on KSAT as the meteorologists discuss incoming Hurricane Beryl and the potential effects it will have on deep South Texas, South Central Texas, and of course the San Antonio area.
We'll be right back. San Antonio Pets Alive is waiving adoption fees when you donate to its medical care program this weekend. This is part of their Red, White, and Rescued event.
From July 5th to 7th, San Antonio Pets Alive will have more than 900 animals available to be adopted. There are 3 different adoption centers you can visit. Just head to KSAT.com to learn more.
All right, one quick last look at the forecast. Well, 7-day. We were going to throw it up there, but it's just there it is. We have a chance for some showers and storms coming up with Beryl. Monday and Tuesday, chance Saturday, of course, with that weak frontal boundary we were talking about. But all eyes are on Beryl, and joining me now, meteorologist Mia Montgomery. As promised, we are going to stick with you for another 30 minutes. We're also streaming live on our app to talk about the tropics.
Talk about the tropics. 'Tis this season, right? And yeah, all eyes are going to be on Beryl. They've been on Beryl for the past several days. Yes. This storm has really impacted a lot of different areas throughout the Caribbean.
Pretty epic.
Now it's in the Yucatan. Justin talked about it earlier, down to a tropical storm,
right.
Which that's what happens when you have these storms. They interact with land masses. They're not able to fuel off of the warm waters of either the Caribbean, the Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico. So it is weakening, but after it reemerges into the Gulf, really throughout the day tomorrow, it's going to take more